So we're going to start off today with a few practice problems. So yesterday you did some problems similar to number 1 up here at the top, where you were trying to decide whether a genotype, which is unseen, hidden inside your body, whether it is heterozygous or homozygous. So heterozygous means one dominant, one recessive. Homozygous means that they are both the same, so either 2 dominant or 2 recessive. So this first one up here, I'm just going to do a couple examples for those that missed the practice problems yesterday. This would be homozygous. Oops, that's way too much sauce. All right, so I'm going to write HM for homozygous. Heterozygous is the next one. I'm going to write HE because it's one dominant, one recessive. So they're different. They're hetero. The next one is also hetero. This one is homozygous. This one is heterozygous. This one is homozygous. This one is heterozygous. So hopefully you kind of get the drift here. Homozygous. This is heterozygous, heterozygous, homozygous, homozygous, because it's both the same. So when they're the same, either both dominant, both recessive, they're homozygous. Okay, so you did that yesterday for some practice problems. Today we're going to do some practice problems here. I'm going to do the first one for you, and then you're going to do the rest. So this is saying for each of the genotypes, which are these letters up here, the things that we've been talking about, determine what phenotype would be possible. Phenotype means how it looks. So what trait is displayed? What is physical in the phenotype? So it's asking you, what are these guys going to look like with the genotype that they have? So the first one, tall plants are dominant to short plants. Well, I see I have 2 dominant genes in my genotype here. So this is definitely going to be a tall plant because he has homozygous dominant. This next one, he's got 1 dominant, 1 recessive, or she, I don't know. Don't mean to assume the gender of these plants. But he has 1 dominant, 1 recessive. He's going to be tall because, like we've talked about, anytime this guy shows up dominant, they're going to take over recessive completely, just completely wipe the recessive out. So both of those are tall. But then we have this special one here, which is homozygous recessive, and this is going to be a short plant because that's the recessive trait. So you have to think about, what is the trait that's dominant? And whatever the opposite is, that's going to be the recessive. So you need to determine that. What trait is dominant? What trait is recessive? We're going to go down here and you're going to do the rest of these, okay? So you're going to go back and do those. If you need to Google Meet with me and ask me questions, you can. I'm going to go down here to number 3. For each phenotype below, list the genotype. So they're giving us what it looks like. We have to tell what the genotype is. All right, so straight hair is dominant to curly. And that's not actually true. In real life and humans, curly hair is actually a dominant trait. But maybe in some species of animals, straight is dominant. I don't know. It's not in humans. Curly hair is dominant. But if they're telling us it's dominant, then that means straight hair can be capital T, or we can use whatever letter as long as it's different lowercase than it is capital. Please don't use S's. If you do, I'm going to count it wrong. Or X's. You know, things, W's, things that look the same, lowercase is capital. Those are not good things to use. Straight could also be capital T, lowercase t, because anytime straight hair shows up, anytime that gene shows up, it takes over the curly hair in this problem, not in real life with humans. So curly would have to be recessive then. It would have to be lowercase t lowercase t. Okay, you're gonna do this one on your own, on your sheet. Okay, all right. So you're gonna do that page, and then we're gonna do one more, but I'm gonna stop this video here and let you do those, and then I'll send you the other paper. I'll do a little video and I'll do an example on the other page. All right, thank you guys so much. Talk to you soon.